Yo, what's up, amigos? GM, how we feeling? You guys doing all right today? It's Friday, pizza day. We did it. About to get through the weekend. Week. Get into the weekend. Get ahead of myself here. We don't want to get through the weekend quite yet. How we feeling though? We good for a Friday? Little dipski last night. Anybody buy the dipski? Buy the
Too busy munching candy.
Oh yeah, it was Halloween. Yeah, yep. It was funny. I told you. I told you guys yesterday I wasn't gonna chicken shit. Well, I went to the gym in the afternoon, and I thought it was not wise to go to the gym with a potential order fill. God knows what else would happen, right? And so I canceled my order to go to the gym so that I would have peace of mind, so I didn't have to think about it. And 30 minutes into the punching bag, I would go over to my phone because I told you guys yesterday I had to raw dog my gym session. I totally pulled a Sandra. I forgot my headphones, and when I opened up my gym bag, they were not there. It actually was a good thing because I had an extra set of AirPods at home. They're now with me, so now there's going to be a set in my bag regardless, so that I don't have to raw dog a session again. But so I was hitting the bag, I was feeling it, and I went over to my phone to check what was going on, and I said, I'll just check the charts just to see what's happening. I know it's kind of degen shit while I'm working out, but I did. And I saw the dip, and I was like, oh my God, like it's like right where like a thing needs to be. And then ultimately at the end of the day, I chicken shitted out. But I want to talk to you guys about this, and I'm glad Matthew's here because I want to hear your perspective. Corey, I know you may be busy, but you're more than welcome because you and I have been kind of talking about similar stuff in the background. But with Bitcoin in specific, and I put out a tweet about this yesterday, we've been riding high on the uptrend rails for quite some time now. I believe it's time to come down and, like I said, respect the trend. So we got to come down and give that a little smoochie. So that's why I've got an order put down on that. I am a bull. You guys know that. I am a perma bull. But let's be realistic. If you look at the history of the chart, it goes up and down throughout the range. And so we have to respect the range. So it's got to come down at some point. So I think this is a weekend.
Okay,
it's a great time
question.
to do that. What?
Question about like these buy orders. So what is the negative outcome of like if you like why did you cancel your buy order? If it's low and it's gonna dip, like what is like don't like obviously you want that so you can put a buy, but like what's the negative outcome that could happen where you're like shit, I should cancel it just in case?
With leverage trading, you have what's called a liquidation point, right? So say you buy at 70,000 and it dips down, your liquidation point's probably going to be at 66,000, and it dips down, say, into the 65s because that's where the trend is today, right? That's where like the bottom of the trend line would be. So maybe if it comes down and touches that, you would get liquidated, or if you put in a stop loss, you would just get wicked out, and so you would lose whatever percentage you put into your stop loss. And so it's advantageous to really understand where the market's going. And so that's why, like, and to put in like, and I'm planning to put in a pretty big trade. And so I'm really trying to time it out so that I don't get caught with a surprise. And so we kind of just did a liquidation flush. They don't happen, all that often. Potentially it could happen again. Who knows? But we just had one of those. If we come down again, respect the trend line, then that's my indicator that it's time to get into one. And even if it ends up being for like a swing trade for a couple days, just to build a better position for what happens over the next couple months into the next end of 2025. So that's the whole goal. Remember, I wanted to start with $1,000, and the first goal is 100K. We're at like 3,800, something like that. So we're inching along. October was all right. We did like 200 and whatever it was, 280% in the month of October. So we'll see what November brings. But that was GM. I don't even understand like why we got straight to business. I didn't even welcome you guys. My God, what an asshole. It's Friday. I'm in a different mentality right now, obviously training for a fight. But GM, guys, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. If you are watching the live stream, go ahead and smash a like if you're on YouTube. Hit the heart if you are on X. If you are listening in on the space, go down to the bottom right, hit the multiplier, tag some friends, and let's get the party started. Let's go. Ooh, you know what?
Good morning.
I don't have... During the show, I'm gonna have to download the pizza song and load it onto the road because I forgot I did the factory reset because I was having that problem with the audio not working on the live stream. And pulled a bozo move and forgot to download the pizza song. So I'll have to do that during the show. So don't get out of here. We're not allowed to leave until we do our pizza orders, right? But GM, everybody, how we feeling? You have a good week?
How was your Halloween and trick or treating?
This is ridiculous. We had to stop trick or treating halfway through and walk home to empty Emmy's candy bag because it was too full. And then by the time we finished, we didn't even do the whole neighborhood because, again, it was too full and too heavy to carry. So we went home.
Bro,
and we
you got to bring a wagon.
You know, it was
wagon
good to do the
extra
exercise.
bags.
Here's the problem, though. I fucked up, and I will be transparent with you guys. I had definitely a sugar tummy ache last night. I thought, listen, I've been eating clean. I have not been doing anything that I shouldn't have been doing for like the last week or so, right? And so I ate probably like 10 of the little Reese's cups, peanut butter cups. Oh my God, they were so good. But I felt like, honestly, a drug addict. I could not stop. Like once I ate the first one, I knew I was like, ooh, sugar. Ah! And I just like literally couldn't stop.
Dude, I'm the same way with chocolate. You get chocolate into me, and it's just like I can feel my brain just like lighting up all the neurons and everything. It's just like, holy fuck, give me more.
Yeah, it's wild, especially when you haven't had any in a while. So,
it's like a Cookie Monster with cookies. Give me cookies. Nom, nom, nom.
So unfortunately, today is pizza day, so I got to have pizza. So I'm gonna abuse my body one last time, but then I'm gonna get serious. I can't wait.
I'll start on Monday.
No, I'll start on Saturday. I'll usually like that. I'm usually a Monday kind of guy. Like when like big life change things happen, I'll be like, I'm gonna start that on Monday. Let's get through the weekend. One last drink or one last whatever it ends up being. Right? And like we're gonna start that on Monday. Nah, it starts on Saturday. I mean, I've been doing it. It's just like Reese's peanut butter cups and pizza are gonna be my demise. And I think my daughter still has about 40 Reese's cups. And so we didn't do the thing. Like, what's really cool? We ended up not doing it because it ended up being too late. And there weren't really that many trick-or-treaters after we got home and did the stuff anyway when we got back with the second load. But I had asked them because we just put a bowl at our driveway like everyone else does if you're not home. Our bowl was empty. And I said, Emmy, do you want to put the rest of your candy? Do you want to put this bag? Because she knew we had one in the house already. I said, do you want to pour this bag into the bowl so other trick-or-treaters can have it? And she said, yes. And we said, no, you don't have to do that. Like, I just wanted to get the answer. But she grabbed her bag and actually physically poured it in there. I was like, oh, baby, that's amazing. That's amazing that you would do that, like, just unassisted.
Then you told her to go to bed, and then you're like, trick or treat, and you dumped it into your own bag, eh?
Then I probably ate a few more Reese's, and that's why I've got the Reese's tummy last night. Peanut butter belly. Anyway, but did anybody else have a good trick or treat sesh? Corey threw up a heart. What's everybody's favorite candy? What is your favorite candy?
Twix bar.
Twix, okay. Twix is good. I did have a Twix.
I'm with you on the Reese's.
Yeah. It's disgusting how good they are. And I will tell you, I feel like 100% when I came to Canada, your Reese's are trash compared to ours, because are trash. And that's what makes them taste way much better than yours.
What's good, y'all?
Hey, what's up, Blocky?
Not much. You're talking about candy, so I said my favorite candy is actually nonpareils. Do you know what they are?
No.
I feel like I do, actually, but go ahead and explain it while I look it up.
You know what snow caps are, right? You get them at the movie theater. Little chocolate drops with the white, like
the little
sprinkles on them.
The little sprinkle things on them. Yeah.
Yeah, a nonpareil is basically a bigger one of those. Dark chocolate with like a white sprinkle on it, I guess you would call it. They're good.
There you go. They are also known as hundreds and thousands in Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, and the United Kingdom, by the way. Did you know that?
Yep.
Hundreds and thousands. Is that I wonder if that relates to the number of sprinkles on the cookies or whatever they are.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's just a dark chocolate, like, yeah, just dark chocolate with nonpareils.
There you go. What about who's cat?
What kind of weird?
Ooh, there you go, Doom. What's up, my guy? What's your favorite candy?
My favorite. I like the Milky Way, but I had a question with
What?
trick or treating. What kind of weird shit have you guys been given? Like, all right, example, yesterday we went trick or treating. All right, we went to this one lady's house. She was handing out jars, like a little jar that maybe the size of like a pill bottle. All right, that had like witches' brooms in it. Like me, if I got that as a kid, I'd throw that on the ground and be like, what the fuck is that shit? But what kind of like weird shit have you guys like seen? Trick or treat.
None of that.
Nothing like that. So what I honestly thought was weird, and I didn't make a comment on it, was Mike's picture. There was bags of chips. Now, I've never seen people give out bags of chips at Halloween. And you had several bags,
Oh, we
to be
get-
honest.
That's normal here, totally.
Really?
That's
So,
the
nor-
Costco
that's so
special.
normal up in Canada.
Why? Why give up bags of chips?
Because they'll like sell them in big Halloween boxes. Like it'll be a bunch of different chips. And like you just buy it and then you just fucking hand out chips and chocolate.
Yeah, they took ketchup out of the fucking mix though. It kind of broke my heart.
You like the ketchup chips?
You can't be Canadian if you don't enjoy a good ketchup chip every once in a while.
It's funny enough. Like I remember, like I'm not a ketchup guy anymore. I feel like that's more of a child sauce. But like once you like become a man, you develop a taste for like what's barbecue sauce, like a real man sauce, you know. And so
When you
HP
put
sauce,
barbecue
yeah,
sauce
I
in your
got you.
craft dinner, you crazy?
I would definitely. Dude,
Hold
are you
on,
kidding
bro.
me?
I can't.
They
Dude,
don't call it
barbecue
that.
sauce?
They call it mac and cheese down there.
Barbecue sauce on mac and cheese is delicious, by the way. Throw some pulled
I-
pork in
when
there
I said it, I
too.
thought about it, but
I don't know if I can argue with that. That sounds pretty good.
yeah.
It's really
I
good.
can't just let you sit up here. I can't let you just sit up here and be ageist. Like you can't just be like, "Oh, I grew out of ketchup."
No,
What?
yes, I
Who
can.
does that?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Once you become a real man, once you become a grown ass man, you're like, you know what? My taste palette has developed. I now need the ketchup and the mustard with a little bit of brown sugar and maybe some other spices blended together because I'm just not, just ketchup doesn't just quite do it for me. That tang, no. I need it all. It's just the
My
developed taste.
my Dino Duggies will always go swimming in a pool full of ketchup. Okay, okay, J Chains.
Yo.
Leave my Dino Nuggies out of this.
All right. Here, okay. So at least what you could do if you can't get past the ketchup phase, what you could do is throw some hot sauce in the ketchup, and then you got some spicy ketchup, and then you're like, then we're playing a little bit with peanut oil. You know what I mean?
You're not allowed to
Or
have
do the
peanut
song
oil
thing.
anymore. I'm a real boy and I put barbecue sauce on my KD.
Yeah.
Nice one, Geppetto. You're great.
Who doesn't like a good barbecue sauce on just? I mean, honestly, tell me something that barbecue sauce would not be good on. I'll literally wait.
Pickles.
No.
Cereal.
Pulled
Cereal.
pork sandwich with pickles, cheese, barbecue sauce. Done. Lock it up. Keep next.
Cereal's
Next.
definitely.
Cereal.
Cereal.
Okay, that's barbecue sauce on a sandwich. That's not the same as dipping pickles in it.
But I'm saying if you get down to the end of the sandwich and all you got left is a pickle and a little bit of barbecue sauce on your plate, you're dipping it and eating it and it's just fine. You know what's happening.
Put barbecue sauce on an orange.
I mean, that would be weird, but I don't know. I mean, you could put dark chocolate on an orange, so why couldn't you put barbecue sauce on it?
Those are two very different substances.
I
Yeah,
understand.
it's true, man.
Hey,
It's like saying, you can put ice cream on an orange. I don't see why you can't put barbecue sauce on it. Also, ice cream
exactly.
and barbecue sauce.
I'm with
that's
you.
pretty
Yeah,
good.
ice cream and barbecue sauce.
I'm with you. If you literally could put a bitter ass dark chocolate on an orange, you could put a sweet and tangy barbecue sauce on an orange. You may not like it, but I bet somebody on this planet would be like, you know what? Tastes good. Or
I have to try.
you know
that.
what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? I got this. I am going to caramelize some tangerine slices in barbecue sauce this weekend, and I'm going to eat them, and I'll do a full taste test review because I bet I could make these things taste delicious if you do it just right.
That sounds good, actually.
Said guns don't kill people. Men who don't like barbecue sauce do. Well, we know what's going on J Chain Pizza.
Where are all the ranch people? I thought that ranch was like a really big thing in America.
Ranch is trash.
Oh, God.
Ranch is trash.
My daughter
I
lives
hate
off
ranch.
That's like all the California
So
people.
I have a little insert.
Well, go ahead. What's up,
In
Dave?
New York City, I found myself trying a ranch and barbecue pizza. I thought that might be relevant. Found out the flavors do combine well.
They're all right.
Yes.
You can combine ranch and barbecue to create like a super sauce, and it's not terrible. It's kind of like I don't eat milk or drink milk. I think milk is disgusting, but milk can be made to put into products so that it's palatable, in my opinion, right?
Yeah,
Because like
chocolate syrup.
Like barbecue sauce. Where's the barbecue sauce milk when you need it, right?
Yeah, dude. Just like Nestle, like chocolate, fucking barbecue
Yeah.
sauce.
So-
milk, man.
full disclosure, this was actually very good. One day, we were trying all sorts of different kind of Bloody Marys other than your traditional tomato sauce. And so this was I've told you guys before, my cousin and my brother and myself, we are the Wolves. The 6th Street was like the party street in Austin. So we're like the Wolves of 6th Street. And so we were doing these Bloody Mary taste tests. And one day we did a yellow curry, like a simmer sauce, a yellow curry we made Bloody Marys with. We called those the New Delhi Smellies. They were not that good. And then we made barbecue sauce ones that like straight barbecue sauce, no tomato sauce, like traditional Bloody Mary sauce. Amazing. A bloody barbecue. Well, I don't even know how you would say it. A Bloody Mary made with barbecue
Mary.
sauce is really good.
A barbecued Mary.
I can't
sounds
wait
good.
for winter so I can
A
have a nice
bloody barbecue.
warm cup of hot barbecue sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Did I hear you say you don't like milk?
Not at all. Oh God. What other species on this
Oh.
planet drinks another species' milk?
That is my
Dude, is
favorite
that from that
drink.
Netflix film that everybody watches about that dude talking about milk? Because I have a buddy that says the same thing.
I haven't drinking milk since I was probably 12 years old. This stuff is disgusting. Like I've said that.
I love
We're
it.
not drinking
Hold
milk.
on a second. Hold on a second. I've seen other animals nurse other animals when their mother ran off. Okay.
Give me a break. Have you really?
Fact. Yeah. They'll put like a baby that's like been abandoned by their mother in the wild, like with like a nursing cow or pig or something, and they'll drink their milk so they don't fucking die.
Oh, we do this. We put them. Yeah. It's also the same argument as cats. People are like, well, cats. Be like, yeah, motherfucker, because we're the one that pour it into a bowl and give it to a cat.
Right.
But a cat is not going to suck on a cow's tit. That doesn't work. That's not real. So yeah, it's
I
another
have
thing
nipples,
that
Greg.
we
Can you milk
do
me?
to help make ourselves feel better. But in the wild, a cow is not offering its udder to a sheep. Like that's not happening.
Maybe you don't watch them all the time. I don't know what porn you watch, but
I have nipples.
What about
Can you milk
hey,
me, Greg?
what about milk in the coffee?
No,
you gotta drink it black.
black. Real men drink black coffee.
No milkshakes?
No.
Ooh, you
I
want-
like take a like no, I don't, but like I'll take a sip. Like now, like I'm excited about a lot of places around here. They've got the dairy-free stuff, so they do like oat milk ice creams and stuff. And I will, if they've got it, that's what I'm having. I'll take like a bite of in our family if we're getting like an ice cream, or I'll split one with my daughter. But like Winnie said, she said she killed a deer by giving it cow's milk. So look, let's see, it's not a real thing.
It was after she shot it with a bullet, though.
No. She like rescued a baby deer. They lived on a mountain in California when she was growing up, and she rescued like this baby deer, and like she brought it home, and she had like baby Bambi in her house for a couple days, and ultimately gave it milk, and it died. So see, moral of the story.
Well, that's the same reason that you don't give babies that are human cow's milk.
Oh, that's actually a good point.
How are you going to eat Kraft macaroni and cheese without milk, man?
Well, he said you can mix it. He stated that. as
Well,
a-
even that, no. Like, so we don't keep milk in our house. Like, we keep whether it's like oat milk, or that's pretty much it if we do. But yeah, I don't know. Like, if we're making something like that, like I would just use oat milk in macaroni and cheese. Like, to me, like what I remember, like I did drink like normal milk as a child, and so like I understand all that, but like that, like when I drink like a almond milk or an oat milk or a whatever, when I drink one of those, that just tastes like milk to me because that's all that I've drank for basically my entire life. Like when I was a kid, again, I drank milk, but when I was like conscious enough to know that like I didn't like this stuff, like I stopped like at a very young age. Like I did not like it.
So at 12, you're just like, fuck this shit, mom. I don't want no goddamn milk.
Maybe,
Some
yeah,
water
maybe
and
at
some
that
black
age,
coffee.
yeah, I, you know, I'm just guessing because I'm old and I have like memory judgment issues now or whatever. But yeah, like, you know, one day it's just like, nah, this stuff ain't for me. I don't like it. Again, like if it's in processed in like a product, like I can deal with it. Like I can eat. I'm not lactose intolerant, but like if it's straight milk, like if I were to go to like Starbucks and this has happened and they put like milk in my coffee and I drink it, like I'll be sick as a dog. But it's just because it's probably mental at this point.
Kind of sounds like you are lactose intolerant.
By choice. Like olives.
I mean, if you get sick, then
just like I have an olive allergy by choice. I tell restaurants.
I got a raisin allergy by choice. I like that one. Yeah.
He identifies as lactose intolerant.
I don't want to. It's the same stupid thing with like the gluten thing. Like I am not a celiac kind of guy, but I tell you what, like when I don't eat bread and when I don't eat fucking a lot of like starchy carbs and all that shit, like I don't have any arthritis in my hands. Like I feel better. Like the inflammation.
But that makes sense. Like because you're gluten intolerant, because you can be gluten intolerant and celiac is like deadly.
Oh, is that what it?
You
Okay,
can be like
so it's
gluten
just
intolerant.
the severity of it. Got you. Yeah, so I'm intolerant. I am intolerant.
I went for a test. I went for a test to check if I was gluten intolerant, and I'm not. But I'll tell you, when I don't have bread, I don't drink bread, or don't have or eat bread or whatever, I feel a lot better. Like I don't feel like bloated or whatever. Like it's much better not having bread. I think the bread that we have here is just like so garbage, like too much gluten. If you went to like Europe or you have made your own bread, I'm sure it'd be a hell of a lot better for you than buying the store made bread.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the bread I had in Portugal, like I had like I just kept having more slices because it tasted so much better. I was like, oh, I just need one more slice of toast.
Yeah, Whitney makes homemade bread. She makes gluten-free homemade bread, and it is like there ain't nothing better, man. Like the morning, like I got like down from the shower at like 6:30, and the house smelled like bread. It was like the best thing.
I could smell that picture through my phone.
Dude, it smells so good. Fresh bread is amazing. Yeah. So I don't know, you know, I don't all these weird food things. That's me. I'm not picky. I'm just weird.
Oh, you're kind of picky, big dog.
Shout out to our YouTube fam. They're blowing up over here. We got even coin chicks in the chat today.
Oh, shit.
We got the usual bozos. Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Dude doing JJ's job.
I'm co-host, you know, it's just got to spread the love around.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? No, this is fun. Hey, this is Friday show. We're just having fun today.
I think he did it better than you too, JJ. Like he was enthusiastic. He was very excited to say hello to the YouTube people.
That's why he did it. He's like, I got this, man. Like I could do this with so much energy. I'm gonna just show you up, and he did, and that was good. And so now he set the precedent, the tone. He's got to do it all the time.
It's called being a team.
How we feel today? How do you guys feel? Maybe you guys missed some of the beginning of the show where I was talking about coming down to respect the trend. You know, if we let me look on the daily chart here and just kind of see what do you guys think about that coming down to like the you know, like the mid 60s, coming down to respect the trend that's been going since early September.
I don't know. Again, this is totally speculation on my point, but I don't think it's going to go down that low. I think maybe 68, 69. I think we just broken out of the new range and we're in a new range now. And I think it's going to be 70 and, you know, flirting with that all-time high, knocking on that all-time high door before we get into price discovery.
I don't think
for me right now, like I'm buying altcoins.
I don't think that we can actually say that we're in a new range right now, because if you pull the top from, you know, that what was our March bullish flag, like we went above it, but we got rejected 2 days later, and we're down below it. Like so, we really haven't made a new range. Like so, we should technically, because we got rejected, be on our way back down to the trend to see what's going on.
Are we talking about the handle on the big cup and handle? Is that what you're talking about?
On the handle part?
Yeah, because I'm not a trader, but from what I saw, it was like we already had come and bounced off it, and that's why we went up to 73, 74, or 73,000 because we did retest it, and I think that's why we're looking like we're gonna break out.
Yeah, on mine, we actually came down and touched that, and we're now bouncing off of that breakout on mine.
On the what was like our resistance, that's now
On that
support.
giant flag we've been in for months.
Mhm.
We currently went above the highest wick on mine, and we're now supported on top of that on my chart.
All right.
If we come back down and go inside that flag again, I don't think it's going to be pretty.
Now, there's a
Personally.
lot. I mean, there is always something said to, depending on how the sentiment is and what a lot of people are saying. A lot of people are talking for things to go a little bit lower, right? A lot of people are saying that. So, in all theory, like it could, just do the opposite of all of that and saying some of the things that you guys are saying. But definitely, I definitely think this is going to be a great conversation that we can talk about today because one, obviously, we know that we're kind of on borrowed time for this bull run to start. The election's happening in just a couple days. We are also going into a weekend, potential to create a gap. We could see this thing rip on the weekend and then create a gap. And then we've got to come back down at the beginning part of next week during the election time to clear that and then set the stage for a rip. Who knows, right? There's a lot of potentials. I am definitely excited to hear what everybody's thinking here. Matthew, do you have opinion on Bitcoin at the moment?
What's cracking, everybody? Good morning.
GM,
Good morning, Jay. Hope you're doing well. GM. Guys, I'm gonna be honest right now. I'm a little scared to say this and admit this. I'm all in cash right now, and I've been all in cash since 7 p.m. last night, and I'm dying inside a little bit. But it's for very good reason because today we are going to seed 2 funds that'll start with Digital Wealth Partners. So I've had to take all my crypto and put it into cash so that we can get 2 funds actually seeded, which means that like as of today, I'll officially be a fund manager of like 2 hedge funds, which is pretty cool.
Congratulations.
So,
that's amazing.
Yeah. Thank you. But it's terrifying to be out of the market. And I've been making sure these people, all the fund admins, all the lawyers, all the custodians, like, guys, I need to be in before the election. I need to be in before this weekend. I need to be back in the market as soon as possible. So make this shit happen. It's been terrifying. But I think Bitcoin's in a great spot. Like all this stuff is really just waiting to see what happens. Remember, the market's forward looking and the market doesn't know what's going to happen next week. So the market is just going to act all weird and kind of stay sideways until we get a little bit more clarification and understanding of what the future is going to hold for this country, crypto, and the world kind of as a whole. So, just hold tight for a couple more days, but strap in.
I was kind of nervous because he said, guys, I'm all in cash. I thought he was going to tell us Bitcoin's going to 0 J change. I was going to go do it, go do the same thing.
That's funny.
Yeah, I thought he was the one that did it yesterday.
Yeah, I definitely.
I find it funny, like the whole mentality shift. It's like, he's like, I'm all in cash and it's, sucks and it's terrifying. And if I ask my parents about having a stack of cash, they'll be all happy about it. I feel like they're proud of themselves. But it's like, cash is shit.
Well, what's weird is we've had like a number and a target that we were trying to hit. And for the past like 3 or 4 months, we've been committed to that number. And part or most of the portfolio has been not in cash. And so I've been sort of subject to the whims of the market, and things have gone down, things have gone up, but I just needed to be at like a certain number. And we basically just kind of cleared this as we needed to. So like, I don't have to put a bunch of extra cash in and all that kind of stuff. So I've got to wait like a couple more hours until I can get back into the market. But it's weird. Like it's a bizarre feeling to be all in cash, and like the market kind of goes down. I woke up and it was down a little bit. I'm like, oh, I might be able to get a little bit more Bitcoin than I started with yesterday. So we'll see how things go.
Hell yeah. I love that. Well, man, I'm really excited for you. Congratulations on those 2 funds, man. I know that you've been working like a dog trying to get things going. And so I'm proud of you, man. Congratulations, brother. That's huge. Let's go.
Yeah, same here. Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
All right. What else?
Thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate it. And again, looking forward to it. Like all this is to say that like this is a long-term play. This is how things move forward. But there's nothing nothing concerning in my mind right now. Things are ready to rock and roll. So excited about it.
Boom. All right. I see on the daily, I see Market Cipher is showing a red dot. You see all the momentum is on its way down for the last couple days. No signs of things changing. Hash, what do you think?
Oh, your resident there reporting in. So I'm always skeptical when we, hit a level and reject, as you said, right? So in this case, it's like 72, which is like our previous local high ish, depending on what your fibs look like. I don't know. Or if you use fibs, not everybody does. That's also right where one of my fibs are. So anytime that we test that on the daily and reject it, I'm expecting a bounce back. This, like we were talking about a short here at 72,000, I think last week would have been a nice short. I think you were talking about longing. I think you said like 70,500 or 69,500, which is like, again, kind of right where we hit yesterday. I expect the weekend to continue with the trend just like you. So slightly down. But I don't know that I'm seeing, again, in the very short term, like pre-election, unless there's some kind of catalyst, which again, I don't know what it would be on a weekend. I can't see us going to 65. I mean, that's where I have my like lowest buy before, like I have like one sitting at like 48 or something like that. But 65 and then 63, I guess, would be after that. Like I'm just looking here on the chart.
Yeah.
It's so hard right now to be thinking more than I think a few days ahead. With the election, with all of this, like, is this hype? Is this news? Is Bitcoin going to dump after the election? Because like I could see it, right? Trump wins, everybody gets excited, and then Bitcoin prices go down, everybody freaks out. But if you believe in the like, people think Trump is going to win, and prices are built into charts, which I tend to believe, right? Like I think people use the information available to them, and especially us crypto folk here on Twitter, we see a lot of very pro-Trump results, right? Like I don't think we're seeing any, at least I haven't seen on my timeline anything except for Elon bull posting about fucking Trump, because he's decided that every person who uses Twitter needs to see every one of his tweets 7 times a day, which is fucking crazy. But if you're a billionaire and you could buy a social media platform, and you complain all the time, but other social media platforms doing the opposite. So I think that we're in a bubble here where we think Trump's going to win, and that's already affected the price of Bitcoin. So if he does win, I could see a slight correction. I think this is a new range, though. I tend to agree. I don't know who said that earlier. I think that until we break below, close below 67 on a daily, I think that we're ranging here above the, like I'm looking at the daily 50 EMA, 21 EMA, sorry. And like, unless we close below that, I don't think that this trend goes down to 65. If we close below 68, if we close below 68 today or tomorrow or even Sunday, then yes, I can see a retrace to 65 or 63. But I'm not in the immediate very bearish. I'm just waiting for the accumulation zone here.
Oh.
I did grab a short yesterday.
You hit a short today?
I grabbed a short yesterday, 72.5, right before the dump.
Boom.
No, it's up 100%.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Well, see how that thing holds. Let's see it today. I mean, we'll see, right? It's really anyone's guess. Like you can only go on historical stuff. I know that there's a lot of variables with the election coming up next week. Is it in some people were talking this week, we've heard some people saying that it's a buy the rumor, sell the news event. I don't know how it can be, to be honest with you. I just don't know how it's a buy the rumor, sell the news event. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah.
Not really for me.
Mike, were you gonna say something?
No, I was just gonna say I gotta make myself a fucking trading account. You guys are talking all this trading. I want to give it a shot. What do you guys use? Phoenix? Send me your referral links. I'll also make an account tonight.
All right.
Just go give your money to homeless people, man.
No, there's ways to do it. There's ways to do it smart. Like, as long as you do it smart and like you're patient and you understand what you're doing, like Take your time to learn. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, on Phoenix you can actually even paper trade. So just like start there, just to kind of get the idea of what you got to do. Yeah, I'll
Hey,
drop.
I've been in crypto long enough. I've been in crypto long enough to like I know like support, like basic support and resistance. I have read it like a technical analysis book. Like I'm no expert by any means, but like I know a little bit. Like, and again, like we're in a bull market, so it's gonna make me look much better than I really am. I
But
just
that, but that's
I
okay.
rather give my money to Phoenix, because the last thing I want is to give money to a homeless person, and that's the freaking drug that they buy to go kill
Oh,
themselves.
that's the thing, man. You're
Hey,
not
hold
gonna
on
give
now.
you're not gonna give your
Easy
money
now,
to Phoenix. There you go. I dropped the
easy now,
just you guys want, if
your
anybody
boy,
needs
your
it.
boy been living on the street.
And it's not how it's gonna
Your,
go.
your,
We're gonna do this
your
smart.
boy been living on the street. I am accepting donations.
No more donations, guys. We're gonna do this smart. Like we had the trading view guys on. We're gonna have I'm gonna have a venture bound again. We're gonna talk about the strategies. We're gonna talk about setting up like auto bots and all that kind of stuff, so that like if you can't be the one to sit there, like you could set this thing to like minimize your risk, but have it do it for you. It's a bull run. Like it's not the bear market anymore. And that's one of these mentalities that I've got to shift out of too. And I've talked to a couple people about it, and I know that there's probably a lot of people in my same position where it's like, man, I got such PTSD from the bear market that it's time to get out of that mentality, that we are moving forward. Like it's safe to go back outside again, right? Like as some people were saying, like let's move past that. Like in trading, like during the bear markets, and I'm not saying it's for everybody, but if you do it and you do it carefully and you do it wisely and you do it slowly, and like let's do it as a group. Let's set up a thing where we're doing these kind of things and talking about strategies and all this stuff. Like we have the opportunity to do that, to make sure we're doing it correctly. And again, being patient, and it is risky. There's risk to everything. Crossing the fucking street is risky. So I don't want to hear that. Like we can do this correctly, and making sure that no one's living on the street. But it's a bull run, and the opportunity to win goes way up in the bull run. I shot the ref link in the chat, just so you guys know. And it's
Awesome.
not for everybody.
So
I'm not saying it's for everybody, by the way.
my biggest like worry for like trading is like when I'm at work, that I just sometimes I just can't get to my phone if I'm just busy or whatnot. So automating as much as I can would be probably the best way to go for me.
Yeah, or like you do it in the times that you can't. Like I mean, setting. I have not. I've done very little, and I've had some success with the auto traders like that Phoenix has. But there's probably some better ways to do it. Like I've had a little bit of good success. I've also had some bad luck with it, and so like I don't really advocate for that kind of stuff. Like what I advocate for, though, Mike, really is like at night when you are sitting by your computer, like you are watching the charts, and you are actually you are watching it, and you are paying attention, you are making the moves, you are executing, so that you understand what you're doing. Like everybody's like biggest, and the AI thing, like I don't really get too excited about that kind of stuff. That shouldn't be everybody's go-to, is like, I just want the money. No, if like you want to trade, you should fucking learn how to do it, to be perfectly honest with you. Like that would be like, I mean, that's how you don't get fucking wrecked. Like with anything in life, but like, honestly, like just learn how to do it. Like we can do it together. We can go slow. Like I can zip my leverage way down, and we can all do this together. That's more important to me, making sure people are doing this shit right, than getting wrecked, for sure. So
Sign me up, bro.
yeah, we'll do that we'll start doing that on the 4 p.m. And then whenever, if we want to have like conversations, we could strike the not the Discord, well, maybe a Discord, or the Telegram. We can start using the Telegram again more. Start doing setting up some trades and all that kind of stuff. If that's something you guys are interested in doing, we can handle that. We can definitely set that up and really start doing that as a group, and working with collectively. We got Believes. I do some collaboration stuff with him, again, Adventure Bound. These guys know what they're doing with the indicators. We had Caesar Bits of Wealth on the other day. He's a chart guy. Like that's the whole goal, is to start doing more collaborations with guys that are really in the trenches, looking at charts, doing the trading and stuff. And I'm not really into the meme coin thing at all anymore. I think that phase has kind of moved on for me. It's time to get into the mains and the high caps, and then just do my Bitcoin leverage trading. That's it. And that's the only thing I'm trading, is Bitcoin. I don't want to trade anything else. It's the king. It moves first. It's all I've ever really traded. I try to get in a few things here and there. Never quite really works as well as just trading Bitcoin. So that's something that I feel I can do a lot better.
Change.
Have you guys seen Chris from Crypto? I've been watching him for years, and he gets these trades where he gets close to the bottom and rides this entire trade, the entire bull run. This guy makes like millions of dollars on these crazy trades. You guys do trades like that where you hit it, put a long somewhere near the bottom or close to the bottom, whatever, and then you just ride it all over the bull market, maybe just add to that position.
If you can catch it, if your position's long enough, you can catch it. Yeah, but most of the time, like the funding fees get pretty high, and I don't know. Again, like I've got PTSD, so I'm not a. I keep talking about that, right? And that's why I really want to hit like the low, and I'm really expecting like one more touch. And I feel like we've got one more touch of this trend line in me. Like I feel like I've been here long enough. I've been here long enough to know that that's what it's going to do. I've looked at charts long enough to know that we are coming down to touch this fucking trend line that I see, that it hasn't cleared, my top zones or anything yet. We are coming down to it, and that's where I'm going to scoop up, and potentially is the one that I can run through the bull run. But it really all depends on the funding fee and how things go. If you go through a lot of sideways chop, there's no reason to sit in it. You know what I mean? If it's like, if we just start going up and all of a sudden, you're up 100K in the trade, then you hang on to it. But like, you don't want to hang on to it for a couple G like that. That's not how it works. Like, you got to be hanging on for real money. And no, that's not the game I play. I know what the charts do, man. We haven't seen a 10K candle yet. That's how I got torched, was like on a 15K candle. So I'm not really the one that'll probably stick around too long in a trade. I'll try to win some big ones, but we'll see.
I would if I caught it right.
Yeah, I mean, like if you caught, like if you look at, if you were smart enough, right, and if you look down, and I'm not saying that none of us are dumb. That's not what I'm saying. Like, because I'm even like including myself in that. But like, if we thought about this back in fucking the beginning of September, right, when shit was down in like the 50s, like if you caught it at like 53, 54. And like you put like your whole thing in there and you dialed up and man, you're up big time. Yeah, those are the motherfuckers that are going to win, man, because it is never going back down to that until the bull. It'll probably never go back there. But whatever. So that's the kind of trade that you could get in, and hopefully like you're up enough to where the funding fees aren't killing you.
Right. Did you notice the post of Bits of Wealth that Modern Canadian put up top? Did you see that?
Where? Oh, nice.
Up in the breakfast table.
Oh,
have you actually looked at that chart, his post?
So that's new.
Take a look at that
talk.
picture. Yeah.
Nice.
Take a look at that picture. It's interesting. But take a look at the price. You'll notice something.
It's reversed. He's got the reverse chart up.
Yes, it's inverted. It's inverted, which looks like a major double bottom, but it would be a double top. Just interesting how he posted that. He got a lot of people.
16K. There's no fucking way. There is no way this thing's going down to 16K, by the way.
Every time I see his post, I'm just like, is he out of his fucking mind?
Well, no.
Every time I see his post,
he's not saying the projection 16K. I don't think.
No. Caesar, he is bullish ultimately, but right now he's a little bearish on some of the things that he saw. You guys go back and watch the show that him and I did earlier this week. But he's I would say that some of his stuff that he draws is very good. This seems to me, because it's upside down. There's no way we're going
right.
low.
He agreed to come on a space too, so I'd imagine he'll be jumping on with us at some point.
Yeah, that was him and I had a fun conversation. I like talking that, but man, he's a bull. Or he's a bear, excuse me, right now. And so he's going to post the stuff that aligns with that. Now, do we agree with the price targets? I think no one agrees with like that exactly. I would love to hear, his opinion on what he actually thinks the actual outcome or percentage of that getting down that low. What do you guys think is the absolute lowest? I mean, I think like the high 30s was literally like anything that we had been talking about. Once we got into the 50s and beyond, like no matter what you looked at, the amount of support that we got at like the 38 level, if that's the number that sticks in my head. I'm not looking at the chart. I'm just talking to you guys, but I feel like the 38 level was like the number that no matter what was going to be our bottom. Even if we, went and touched it a few times, like we shouldn't have ever really gone too much lower than that. Is that about right? 38?
I agree with that. 38 always stuck in my head for some reason.
Yeah.
Are you talking about like the low for the next bear market?
No. Like while we were kind of like, making our run, when we got past the 30s, which again, if we look back at when the hell was
Yes,
it?
there's support at 38 from 2022, like a good amount of support. And then
This actually starts at 30. 35, 59. I got the daily pulled up all the way to May of 2023. That's where we like.
Oh, go for that.
Yeah, we've got a lot of volume at 30 and below. So like, there's no way, 0% chance it goes below 30 if it were to dip. I mean, I say 99. We'll give it a 1%.
I can say the monthly looks ugly, but that's just my opinion.
Almost never look at the monthly.
The monthly is that's Corey's chart, man. That's the dyno. I posted the monthly with like the flag and all that shit, which like, again, it's still not even outside of my zone on the monthly. But we are coming to the pinch point here, man. Like this is it. This is our make it or break it month. Like we don't have any room left on the flag with the trend. But that's the one that I posted, the dinosaur, and then I took some shit because I was told that only Corey's allowed to post dinosaurs on charts. So I learned my lesson. I won't do that again.
That's fucking racist. Corey.
Well, it wasn't
Anyway,
Corey who said it.
43. I think 43.
Someone came to
has
his
more
defense.
support.
He got kicked out of the chat last night, but he got brought back in.
Ooh. I think 43 has more support.
43?
Yeah.
Well, good.
That is another support.
Yeah, that's where we hung out, like right at the beginning of the year. We had a few months where that was a nice little support system for us right there, where January seems to be sitting right
from
there.
the end of December, to like January, and then we broke out. And then after that, I think that there's even support before, like I think 30, 38, and then 36, even a little.
Yeah.
Still a daily FVG around 63 to 64 as well.
So I mean, at the end of
Fair
the day,
value gap.
at the end of the day, like we're not going that low, so nothing to be worried about. I feel like we're not going to go. Really, we can't go much farther. Why would we go lower than the trend? Why would we? We're not. There's no reason to break below it. We know we just need the catalyst to break up. That's the whole thing. This is the bull run. For whatever reason, we've decided that the U.S. election is going to be it, right? You look at some of the other charts. I know I'll use Jasmine as the example because that's one of the ones that I've got in the 5K portfolio for the afternoon show. That thing is the same thing, like literally in a down wedge. That has just been the support system for that thing has just been hanging tight since March. But it's just been on a downtrend, but it has not gone any lower than basically where it is now, getting ready to absolutely, I would say, go parabolic, like everything else is going to in the near future. Okay.
Right. I'm also watching the daily RSI to stay above 50. If it gets below 50, it's not good in my eyes.
Talk to me about that.
There's so much crazy stuff happening next week between an election and a rate cut also happening next week. It's going to be interesting.
What day? What day is that? Next Wednesday?
I think the 5th. 5th or 6th.
The election? No way.
Think so.
Really? That's fucked up. Are you guys sure?
Tuesday.
Doesn't he always? It's always Wednesdays. I thought.
I'll check.
Let's see. Jerome Powell talk next week. Let's go to the Federal Reserve Board calendar.
November 6th and 7th.
Yeah. There you go. The FOMC meeting is the 7th with the press conference. is the 7th. 7th is the press conference. So they meet the 6th and the 7th.
We got unemployment yesterday. It was actually lower than they projected, I believe.
And
Is that before or after they fixed the number?
yeah, I was gonna say, do anybody even fucking believe what they say about? They literally created. They lied about the jobs. Like, just does everybody remember that? Like 2 months ago or something. Like it wasn't very long ago. So I don't believe a fucking word of any of that. None of it, especially out of this administration. They just can't stop lying. Anyway, David, what's up, man? David.
Maybe he just wants a high five.
Oh, boom. There you go. Speaking of high fives, if you are watching the live stream, go ahead and high five your like button or your heart on X. You can do it very gently. You don't have to give it like an aggressive high five or anything. But if you could do that for yourself, that'd be great. Because literally, you could be doing anything in the world, but you're here hanging out. So you should, thank yourself. And also thank us at the same time. Go ahead and also, if you are in the space listening, go to the bottom right. You can hit the multipliers, we like to call it. Tag some friends. And if you want to hang out and be part of the conversation, I did not say this earlier, but I feel like it's maybe like an unwritten rule. So most people know. But in case if you want to chat, you want to be a part of the conversation, all you got to do is raise your hand. We just ask you to be respectful. A difference of opinions are a-okay. If you're like, hey, even if you're like, hey, I'm voting for Kamala Harris, that's fine. Like we're not gonna attack you. Just don't attack us for different opinions about anything. That's the whole point.
You only got 30 minutes to download your song.
Thank you. I appreciate you. You guys are great to me. All right.
David, we got
So
you.
do I get a high five?
Yeah, you got one. You got 2 high fives. And you got a Borat high five from Coins Chick.
Hey, what's up? Oh, yeah, by the way, shout out to our YouTube chat, by the way. I know that, some people try to step on my toes and whatnot, but I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you are watching on YouTube, I fucking love you. Thank you so much. Golly,
Yes.
you mean the world to me, keeping that 100% ratio of likes to views. My God, do I love that. You know what? You guys deserve that.
We have the #1 shot in all of Web3.
That's for the YouTube fam right there. I love you.
And if you watch on YouTube and X, like you're so fucking sexy. Like you're definitely a 10 out of 10. And I hope that you get a blowjob later.
Oh my God, you guys are totally killing this segment.
Hell yeah.
Light up those emojis. Let the world know. Let the world know that you guys are going home happy tonight. Your day will end happy, as they say. Ash, why the thumb down, dude?
You didn't specify what emoji. And through my extensive research through Twitter's analytics, I actually read every single line of code like Alex Finn suggests. And emojis are actually not rated as good or bad according to the algorithm. So any emoji that you push while you're in the crowd or on stage actually promotes your space.
Yeah.
And so I'm just looking for a little diversity here.
I love that. I love that. Balance out.
I get a little bored of the positive emojis. Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you have just like a 100% positive ratio in your space, like they're going to think like, I don't know, maybe this guy's doing something good. Like, but we get the negatives and they're like, yeah, let's keep the shadow ban up. No, but you're absolutely correct. Right?
But also notice how you only asked me.
Well, it's part of the conversation, but I will tell you
a life hack
that
for Twitter Spaces. Use thumbs down; they will give you more attention.
That's actually a pretty good point because people are like, oh, why is this guy thumbing me down? It's very true. I've heard that. But that same rule applies actually on YouTube as well. So jokes on all the YouTube trolls that even though you thumb down a video and you give a shitty comment, guess what? It all counts positively in your algo. So fuck off, trolls. Trolls.
If Britney Spears taught us anything, it's that any attention is good attention.
Especially when you're in the attention economy.
That's right, David. You thumb down us. We love it. We love it, bro. You're a good dude. Next time you put a request in, you will definitely get accepted.
There was There was once a website, I think I actually have it saved into my bookmarks, but it's no longer. Oh, maybe I deleted it because it's no longer a thing. Super Spaces. Do you guys remember that? Superspaces.ai.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Dude, it was such a good site, such a good resource. And that's how you were able to tell who were your top listeners, who's been to the most shows. Like I know Carrie and Corey have been my number one listeners to any show that I've been, because the amount of hours that they spend comparative to anybody else. And absolutely wild how it would tell you, who's thrown up the most emojis, and you get on these leaderboards for all sorts of stuff. It sucks that the site's not a thing anymore, but that was cool.
That site sucked. That team was the worst. The utility they provided was base level at best. You'd be better served to use spacesdashboard.com. Not a sponsor, spacesdashboard.com. Much better site. And they're not trying to take your money. They're not trying to make you sign up for anything. They're not selling your data to people like
Just
Super
drop
Spaces
the
AI
referral
was.
link already so you can get paid.
I will accept
do they have a
positive
KOL program?
reviews of Super Spaces.
I'm kidding.
Spaces Dashboard.
I'm kidding.
They might.
I'm kidding.
In fact, they have all kinds of amazing features that you should check out, J-Chains.
Oh,
It would exponentially increase your Spaces experience. I'm telling you.
Guys, we were the number one mindful wellness space up until someone just popped in like 3 more people than us. That's craziness. Let's check investing. Where are we at in the investing list? This is cool. We're number 3 on investing right now as far as listeners.
Oh, but are you sorting by English? Don't forget to sort by English.
Oh, I was doing all languages.
We're number 4.
Listen. Crypto and Web3 is we're borderless. We're not constrained to borders, and so I will do English though, just for the sake of doing it out. And let's go to.
I thought you learned how to pad your numbers from Biden. Like, you don't know how to pad your numbers by now, make yourself look better?
Man, I'm not about that.
I would argue that Mario looks worse because of that.
Huge.
I went English. Wait, are we not English? See,
we were speaking Portuguese.
We show up under all languages. If we drill it down to English, we don't show up. And we're doing all right. Hey, we're doing all right. We're hanging with some of the big boys.
We're not speaking Portuguese.
Bitcoin is not English. That's weird. Surprises me. Oh, maybe it's the W3BC. Yeah, maybe it's having trouble deciphering what language this is, although it looks pretty English to me.
I thought we were speaking Pig Latin.
X-nay on the Ig Latin A.
There were some people like that were so good at talking in Pig Latin that it was so strange. Like, you have nothing better than to practice your Pig Latin?
Yeah, this was before tablets.
That's a good point.
Yeah, this is like what we had to fucking do growing up. Go outside and play with your friends and invent things.
That's true.
You just rode your bike around your neighborhood. And
did you use baseball cards?
That's how you knew if you had friends over.
Did you use baseball cards or playing cards to the back wheel to make it sound like,
I did none of that because I liked my baseball cards and my hockey cards, and I was like, I'm not putting that in my fucking spokes.
Yeah.
I used the.
Plus, I was like, let's go play some fucking ball hockey. I don't want to. Let's go.
Ball hockey? You gotta play ball hockey when you don't have any ice?
That sounds
Well,
like something you do at your own time.
We also play pocket pool as we got older.
Yeah, ball hockey and pocket pool sounds like a Canadian Sports Olympics festival.
Gold medal, baby.
Whoa. Wayne's World for a second. They weren't in Canada and they were playing ball hockey.
Yeah, you know what I also found weird? So we call it mini sticks up here, where you play with the mini hockey sticks. You play on your knees and you like play hockey. In the States, they call it hockey.
We call it something completely different.
I've never heard of that.
That's called.
This was an awesome
that's
1
called
hour episode of the Drop Shot.
You know, you like the spit and chiclet guys who, like, you know, these guys played in the NHL. Like, half of them are American, half of them are Canadian. That's what they call it. They call it knee hockey. Like, in the hotel rooms, you go on away trips, we would play mini sticks in the hallway. apparently they called it knee hockey. I thought that was gay. I was like, that's the gayest shit I've ever heard. Like, it's just ball hockey or mini sticks. That's what you're playing with. Not a big hockey stick, a mini stick.
So you
You
like them
fight with your
small?
friends, you sweat, you get rug burn.
Knee mini stick.
I swear McDonald's used to give away those mini sticks back in the day.
They did. And the foam pucks. Don't forget the foam pucks.
I don't remember them. Maybe not.
What happened to McDonald's? They used to have such
$2
good
Big
toys and
Mac.
stuff.
McDonald's used to be a fucking banging spot to go.
Yeah, until they grew up and became all depressed and shit.
Yeah, when they introduced salads, it was all over for them.
Yeah.
They should have just stuck to real estate and cheeseburgers. You know what I mean? They tried to be everything to everybody. Their salads were unhealthy. They just should have just made cheeseburgers.
Don't you feel like every company's trying to be everything for everybody? Like Netflix has like video games and stuff like that. Like just stick to like streaming services for videos.
Because they're just trying to like somehow stupidly justify raising their prices all the time.
Hey, wait a second. The last time somebody laughed at Netflix, they became Netflix, and then Blockbuster shut down. So I'm very skeptical about laughing at Netflix. Okay.
Why you weren't trying to be Netflix?
They're hard to bet against them.
Do what?
No bet against them, I think.
Yeah, that's my thing. Just don't bet against.
I have the opposing idea where like you know how like Blockbuster laughed at Netflix and we know the history of what happened, right? But now Netflix was kind of like the first mover into streaming, and I wonder if it's going to be the same thing. They're going to be the dinosaur, and they're going to fall to the wayside because there's so much more competition now. And will the first mover succeed, or will the first mover just fall apart?
I think this kind of goes back to like Kodak. You remember Kodak? Kodak used to be top of the industry, real innovative. Used to talk to their employees and use their ideas and innovate it into the business. And then once upon a time, Kodak stopped doing that, and then their business failed, right? Or it didn't fail, but it took a tremendous hit to it when they stopped, listening to their innovative employees. I think the same thing would happen to Netflix. I think if Netflix, stops listening to the people they've been listening to or listening to the innovative people, I think we'll see Netflix become a dinosaur. And to be honest, that's kind of what happened to Blockbuster too, right? Blockbuster chose not to go with the next process. Like we know it went from physical copies to digital, and Blockbuster was like, that's never going to happen. They chose not to keep, moving forward.
When you think you get too big to fail is when it starts
Is when you
becoming a
fail.
problem.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, there's probably a lot of psychology and all of that. Like you think about like a sports team, right? When you're the favorite and you don't quite show up because you're like, this will be a cakewalk, and you end up getting smoked, or a fight where you're feeling a little overconfident and come to find out your opponent's training a little bit harder than you. Like I think that's it's a lesson that can be applied to a lot of different aspects in life, or sometimes your opponent has just been scamming you the whole time. This time it's not. This time
Shout out Billy McFarland.
Yeah, Billy.
I said it. You're good.
No, you're good. No, he's a scammer. He's a con man. It's all right. No, but Eric Grimace, my next opponent, December 6th in Dubai. I've got tape I can watch on him. I know who I'm fighting, and I'm definitely excited about it. So this is gonna be a different one, man. I'm getting ready for this. We're gonna bring home some Arab gold. Let's get it. Let's bring home some hardware.
Bring home some of that oat milk.
Well, I don't know. You saw the video about I don't think I'm going to be drinking any hand milk on the streets. I don't think they do that in Dubai either, but definitely going to do some of the fun stuff though. We're going to go camel riding. I'm going to take Whitney and Emmy camel riding. We're going to go do that. I know a lot of people last time everybody was out in Dubai, that was like one of the big activities. So we're going to do that. Go hit the desert, and then what else? What else do you do out there that's fun? I was thinking probably
there's like I saw Ashley Duncan did the like sledding, but on like a carpet, like they did something like that, where they like went down like the dunes. That looked fun as hell.
We could do like some Aladdin, some Genie magic carpet rides going down the dunes. That'll be fun. I was thinking like also maybe like get some content of get Emmy in a car seat in a Lambo, and her and I just ride around Dubai in a Lambo.
Hell yeah. Pet a tiger.
That's not my thing. First off, I'm allergic to cats. Second off, it's
If you're in
not.
Dubai and you don't fucking pet an exotic animal, I'm just gonna be disappointed.
I'll do
Yeah,
something
drive,
else
drive around.
besides the tiger. Man, I just I watched the video of those
Fine,
things. Just
pet a
like,
lion.
huh?
Pet a lion then.
No.
Yeah, drive around in a Lambo, pet a lion, drink some badger milk. You know.
Yeah. Fight a kangaroo.
No. No.
What the cousin fucking uncle?
I want no part of that.
He's literally left the show. It's like, fuck this, you guys are idiots.
I walked off set. No. I was gonna fight a kangaroo. I was gonna say if Karate Combat went down to Australia, I would fight a kangaroo until I saw that video and realized that they can like basically balance their whole weight on their tail, and like that's fucked up. Because then they can kick you and like.
So I did see the other video though of a dude. I think he's like I think it was on his property, so he like knew these kangaroos and like dealt with them a lot of times. He would literally just go behind a tree, and once you get out of their face and stand up taller, then eventually they just slowly back down.
Oh really?
I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Were the
He, like-
kangaroos homeless?
He basically, yes, they were homeless kangaroos for sure. I don't know. They look like
I believe we would call
wiry,
those
though.
wild, like a wild kangaroo versus a homeless kangaroo. 'Cause they probably have homes
that's
somewhere
pretty
in the
rude.
wild, and so like it's kind of like I don't know,
Well, no, they get
demoralizing.
evicted. It's called a pouch. It's their mom's pouch, and then they get evicted. So they are all homeless.
I think that's kind of elitist for you to call possibly maybe a housing challenged wild kangaroo homeless. I think that's kind of rude, to be honest with you, Frank.
So when I lived in Australia, I found out that they fucking hate kangaroos. Like they hunt them. Like
Really?
you're a farmer because they like eat your crops and shit. Like you can actually just go. You can just pay and go like kangaroo hunting. They're like rats to them. They'll just
What
find
do
you
you-
no
I thought
problem.
you can't have guns in Australia.
They're like deer in America.
Yeah, I think it's a similar to I guess up here where like if you're a hunter, you're allowed to have like super registered gun. Like there are exceptions.
Gotcha.
And Australia is like almost as big as Canada, and all of their population lives along the coast. So in the middle, it's just like I think it's like outlaws.
Damn, dude.
Like everything
that's
you hear
wild,
bad
bro.
about Australia, that's where it's at.
When we get that bull run money, when we get that Web3 breakfast jet, dude, we are going to fly down to Australia, and we are going to go down to the middle of Australia, and we're going to go party in the jungle for a week, and we're going to like
There, it's basically the desert, the opposite of the jungle. And there's like I think it's on the west coast. There's like a city underground. Like it's so hot that their fucking whole town is underground. I think it's out near Perth. We should get Glizzy back on. They'll know.
Yeah. That seemed like that trip was going to be fun, but never happened. It's supposed to happen like this month.
time.
We're going to go to November. Go down to Australia, mate. Good on you. Welcome down under. Put another shrimp on the barbie.
It's supposedly the kangaroos in Australia are like deer in America.
Like huge, you mean?
No, like hunting wise, like you can hunt them.
Would you eat them though?
Yeah, I had a kangaroo burger.
They do eat them. They do eat
I
them.
had a kangaroo burger and a crocodile burger.
Okay, so like alligator, I've had. It's chewy chicken. I assume crocodile is very similar. What does kangaroo meat taste like? Gamey?
Kangaroo is basically the same, right? Like it's all like crushed down and made to.
Is it a red?
So.
It's red meat, so it's like a veal or a beef. It's like something like, or
Yeah,
not veal.
yeah,
I meant
kinda
like
like
a
a veal.
venison, like a venison.
No. Yes. Yeah.
I didn't mean to offend everybody
good.
with the baby cow veal. I do like veal. Hey, I'm sorry. Veal's good.
Gotta eat veal. Veal's delish.
Yeah.
Veal Parmesan.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Huh? So
We're back to number 1 in mindful wellness.
nice.
This site is amazing.
You fucking know it. Shout out spacesdashboard.com, not a sponsor.
It's good to be number 1. Great to be number 1 in mindful wellness. I feel happy about this. We got the music loaded up for pizza orders coming up soon. It's Friday. How's Bitcoin doing? Are we 71?
Oh, we're pumping, bro.
We're pumping.
I hope you closed that short, whoever was in that short.
I was not in a short.
Blocky.
I'm just not in a long. Damn.
Hey, wait a second. I thought you were on a diet. Did you figure out how to eat pizza today, or no?
So we have not discussed this quite yet. If we go out, I will find a gluten-free pizza place, and we'll just I'll get a gluten-free pizza somewhere. If we are going to be making pizza at home, then we'll get a traditional dough for my wife and daughter to have, and then I will try the thing where I scatter down some mozzarella cheese, bake that to create like a crust, and then build a pizza up on top of that, and do like the keto pizza thing. I'm not doing keto, but I don't want to do any starch carbs right now. Especially
That sounds like a lot just to eat some pizza.
It's basically a little lifestyle change as opposed to a diet.
Which I'm like really good at. Like I'm like I have an addictive personality, if you guys don't know that, or if you know, some people do too. So like it's really easy for me to just like flip the script and go all in, change my diet, start working out, because like that's like I ultimately crave that, is the kind of the regular frequency of things that makes the whole world move a little bit easier when you got a lot of moving parts, you know. Bada bing, bada boom. All
And
right.
when is your fight again?
What's that?
When is your fight again?
We've got December 6th in Dubai. Got a crypto fight night, heavyweight title shot, going after a belt against my buddy Eric Grimace, as you guys may know him. He is 3-0 or 4-0, I think, in crypto fight night. So
He's about to be 3-1 or 4-1. Tell him,
right.
Jay Change.
You're damn right. Well, I just got to set the tone right in case I decide to clip this. Like, I want to make sure I get my facts right. But you are absolutely correct. Where the goal is to fly to Dubai, get some work done, hand him a loss, and then at some point, you know, maybe defend the title. But the goal is to go there and to grab it and bring home some hardware. So that's my plan. That's what I'm training to, and that's why, you know, getting into that mentality of switching the lifestyle and stuff is super important. A slice of pizza from the Squid Grill community for Web3 Breakfast Club. Hey, the crew, appreciate you for the super chat over on YouTube. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. Squid Grow. Man.
See what happens when you actually care about the YouTube viewers?
Funny.
When they tip you 11 euros, it's like $60.
What's the conversion rate?
I don't know, 1.5, I think.
Something like that, right? Well, thank you. Either way, appreciate you, fam. That's very kind of you. Yeah, we don't see many of those in here, so that's you know, the Web3 Breakfast appreciates that. You know, as things add up like that, you know, we can do giveaways. We can actually give away, you know, maybe different crypto NFTs. We can, you know, build like a fund of all that kind of stuff. So I appreciate you. It just goes into the kitty. YouTube doesn't pay anything out until you hit a certain threshold, anyways, and stuff. So we'll just add it to a kitty and do a giveaway or something. So appreciate you. Meow,
hey, so back to this fight though.
Yo.
December 6th is not far away.
Nope.
It's not far away at all.
No, it's like 5 weeks. Yeah, I've been training. I don't have to lose any weight. So I am literally at 220. So the fight weight is 220 plus or minus 2 pounds. So my goal is to trim up just a little bit, but to add some muscles. So we're doing the right things that we need to do. Some cardio, some lifting, a lot of boxing. I'm gonna probably put a boxing bag somewhere here in the studio, maybe even in the back of the office.
I heard that.
Like, what's that?
I heard that sex is really good, Jay. So you should just make sure you get a lot of that.
No problem there.
Hey, and so you know, I know you like to live recklessly, and so this is where I'm just going to go ahead and let you know you're not allowed to drive anything with less than 4 wheels on it anymore.
Yep.
Until the fight.
Well, even probably
and
and like I've been thinking like you know, as far as like riding motorcycles go, like I really like to go fast. Like that's the reason why I would like my motorcycles, because I get that adrenaline. It's the wind therapy, all that kind of stuff. And so I think the point is we'll sell the road bike, and I'm gonna get the bike that I actually want, is an Aprilia RSV4 Factory, which is a very fast sport bike, and I'm gonna start just riding on the track, and you know, get a tracksuit and just ride on the track, so I don't have to worry about other fucking cars, because I know that like I can trust myself, I can trust my skills. I am very good at what I do, but I cannot trust other people, and that's the problem. And so we just remove that from the equation, so I can have my fun, I can get my thrill, my speed, but I don't have to worry about other fucking idiots getting in the way.
That's why I bought a Sea-Doo. The wife didn't really like me driving the motorcycle, so I got the Sea-Doo. So open water, nobody, around, whatever, and you fall
Gotta
off.
watch out for
just
Kevin
float.
O'Leary.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
Jesus Christ.
You know what? What might be better than a track bike would be to get a in addition to getting, I will get a track bike so that I can have that outlet, but a pontoon boat. You say a Sea-Doo, that'd be great. But I know that like if I were to be like, hey, I'm taking the jet ski out, Wit would be like, what the fuck? Like, what about me? And so instead of a jet ski, I'll get a pontoon boat. And this way, when anybody comes to visit, when you guys come to do the Web3 breakfast games, or you come to do whatever, you come down to Atlanta, we'll take the boat out. We'll take a little pontoon boat ride.
Yo, check out the Sea-Doo Switch. It's the Sea-Doo's pontoon boat, and it's got like 170 horsepower.
Oh, that thing's badass. That's where they drive the Sea-Doo into the back of the boat, and then
Okay.
No. It's an actual. It's like a tri-tune.
It's a tri-tune. Yeah,
They just
thing
came out
looks
like
nice.
last. Yeah, it came out last year. It's not. It drives like a Sea-Doo, but the Sea-Doo doesn't attach to it.
Hey, okay. What kind of
It's
motor do
funny.
you get
It's
on
funny
it?
y'all talking about that because those pontoon boats have gotten really nice in the last few years. I got a hunting camp, and the people that hunt at the hunting camp got a fishing camp, and so I went to their fishing camp. We rode around in the bay on that pontoon boat, and just had a blast, man. Got wasted.
Dude, I love fishing, man. That's like my meditation.
That's awesome. I like the way that thing looks, man. So what you're telling me is that it doesn't have an outboard motor, or is it use like the water propelled like a Sea-Doo does, or does it have an outboard motor?
So this one has the same engine my Sea-Doo has. It has the 170 horsepower Sea-Doo engine, so it's a jet drive.
Okay.
But like it's a pontoon boat that drives like a Sea-Doo, so you can turn, you can has reverse, has the brakes, has all the things like a Sea-Doo would have, all the features. So it's just way more maneuverable when you want to like the dock it and put on a dock or whatnot.
Oh, nice. Can you tow with it?
and then the Sea-Doo detaches from the back.
No, not these ones. That's what's that. There was an older one that used to do something like that. This one can definitely tow 170 horsepower. Yeah, it even comes. You can buy the attachment, the towing pole, and everything.
I see what you're talking about, Frank. That's cool as fuck. Where it's basically it pulls in, makes it a boat, so you have like the capacity to carry what 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever more passengers besides the driver. Oh, that's really fucking cool. I've never seen that.
Yeah, there's a company in France, I think, that makes these new ones that you can just attach the Sea-Doo to, and then like it makes it like a bow rider essentially.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's almost like like a camper shell for a truck, but it's a boat shell for a Ski-Doo. That's cool. The wave boat. Nice.
You said it's an inboard outboard?
I believe he did.
The
Right?
Sea-Doo Switch?
Yeah.
So it's an inboard outboard. It's not an inboard. It's an inboard outboard.
It's kind of like an inboard. It's like the Sea-Doo engine is going to be basically under the floor.
Yeah. Okay. So that's called an inboard outboard. I know that sounds weird, but that's what those are called.
Yeah, it makes sense. It just doesn't have a propeller. It just has an impeller, like this the same jet impeller that would have on a Sea-Doo.
Yeah, it just like blows water. Have you ever that used to be fun to do? You go to a lake house with your friends. They got the wave runners, so you're up in the throttle seat and your buddy's hanging out in the back, and you just gas it real quick, and it just blasts that water right into his trunks, rips his trunks off, blasts him in the balls, and then he just gets left in the dust.
The good old days.
The good old days, man.
I'll tell you what, if you find a stand-up Sea-Doo, if you get your hands on a stand-up Sea-Doo, those things.
How many
blast.
teeth? How many teeth have been lost and jaws broken because you slap down on a wave and boom, right in.
Oh, these guys wear the full helmets when they ride those, like those Fox helmets, like the dirt bike helmets. I see a lot of them wear those. Because these things can literally dive under the water.
Mike, no one's wearing a fucking helmet when they're riding a Sea-Doo. Come on. If no one is doing that.
Boo this man.
Yeah, come on. No one's wearing a fucking helmet on a Sea-Doo. Come on.
Guys, it's water.
Yeah.
Well,
Dude,
there
have
was
you seen the new the high model Sea-Doos? They got like 300 and something horsepower. Can you imagine getting a freaking fly in your face at like, with 300 horsepower going like almost 200 kilometers an hour?
But if you
But I
hit the
hate to break
water,
it
that's
to you
gonna
guys.
that's gonna hurt your face. If you hit the water and you're wearing like a mask or a helmet, I think that's probably not gonna do well.
You're gonna skip like a rock.
We were number one in safety until y'all just made this comment. So
We just got hit with a like a OSHA, some kind of OSHA fine. It's all right. It's no big deal. We'll get through it. I think this is a fantastic time. Unless Hash, you guys
71,500. 71,500. That's all.
see right now, we've broken again. We're back slightly above the flag line on my chart. Now you guys might have a different drawing, and that's okay. What I've been looking at, we're back above that. So I wouldn't quite call it a re-breakout. I still want to see this thing touch the trend line. So we'll see what happens. I got my eyes open on it. If I've got to react and adapt and get a higher entry point, I will. We'll still ride this thing up into the 80s pretty soon here. So probably next week. Next week we could probably see a potential push up to 80K, right? With the right conditions in the election.
Or down to 63.
Or down to 63. 65,990, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Let's check out trade. Nope, not USD. Come on. Hit the wrong damn button, you bozo.
I know. I was planning on picking up some more near under $4, and it just shot back up to 414. I missed it at 390 the other day. Yeah, I doubt it.
Dude, but it's still a deal, man. That thing was like over $5 not too long ago. Render 495.
I think my current entry is like $3.80 or something like that. So
Dude, Render,
I was trying to get a little closer to that.
Render on the monthly, same thing, man. In a descending wedge is at the I like to call, I don't know what other people call it. I call it the triangle of love when they are at the pinch point, right? When you've got whether on this one it's a descending trend on the high side, and we got a nice little support on the bottom. So I know it is descending. That means that it could break out extremely well. Render is one of those. You got the partnership with Apple. That's a long-term hold for me, though. That is not something that I would be trading. That's gonna be a big one.
I call that the angle of truth.
The angle of truth. I love it. It depends on, the angle of truth.
You're out of options. It's got to go. See, love makes it seem like it's going to be good because, like, maybe it goes the wrong way. But like one way or the other, you're breaking out of the triangle, right? Like, there's nowhere else to go.
True. And I know that, you're not going to win them all, but the error on the side of being positive, what you state you create, I try to throw that, remember, I'm a bull. I'm a perma bull. And so I like to call it the triangle of love because in every time it's going to break out to the upside. Right. And so that's what I'm looking for. Now, I do understand, being a little bit more inclusive to potentially the downside would be, maybe more advantageous, but can only help myself. Speaking of helping myself, it is now time for me to help myself to your orders of pizza. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Mamma Mia, Papa Pia, it's time to order some pizzeria. David, you're first, man. Would you like to put in your pizza order?
Am I allowed to have pineapple?
Absolutely.
All right, I will take a supreme extra meat with pineapple.
There you go. Love it. Big Red, what's up, fam? What's your pizza order?
Chicken with barbecue sauce.
Love it. Barbecue chicken pizza, man. You can't go wrong with it. I told you, tell me something that barbecue sauce is not good on. I will tell you barbecue sauce is amazing on pizza. It's a good call there. Neil, what's your pizza order today, brother?
Oh, man, I love how things stick in people's heads. I'm going with taco pizza, extra meat, extra hot sauce.
Hey. I like that. That sounds delicious. Frank, what you got for us, man? What's your pizza order today?
Yeah, I was just gonna go with a regular pepperoni pizza with extra ketchup.
Okay. We call that the child's play. Love it. Great order. Hash, my guy, what's your order today?
Well, for the second week in a row, I am ordering some of Sandra's fantastic art, only available for 30 more minutes up in the Jumbotron now. And of course, I'm going to put mustard and barbecue sauce on that.
Ooh, okay. I'll try it. I got no problem with that. As far as mustard, are you a stone ground or a yellow guy?
Listen, whatever Sandra tells me is the best. She's the mustard connoisseur here.
Fair enough. Balaki, my guy. What's your pizza order today, brother? There it is. Pepperoni. Mike, the modern Canadian. What you got for us, man? What's your pizza order today?
All right, we're gonna go with pepperoni, mushrooms, red onions, and green peppers.
Ooh, I like that. I could be into that. That sounds actually very good. Jacob, my guy. What about you? What are you eating today for pizza?
Keeping it classic. We're going pepperoni, sausage, and cashew, baby.
Oof. There it is. This guy loves the cashews on the pizza. I tried it once. Didn't hate it. It was much better the second day, in my opinion. That's because I didn't let the cashews get soft enough in the baking process. So would always be down to try it again. Kyle, Postmaster, my dude. Are you eating pizza right now?
You know what? The way cutting is started, but we're going to go with a thin crust, pesto, chicken, and red pepper, baby.
There it is. Keeping it light, keeping it lean, because he's mean, because that is Postmaster. He's got a fight coming up in Singapore in just a few days. Make sure you guys tune into that. We'll be doing a live stream about the fights coming up in Thailand very soon, man. Definitely looking forward to that. Can't wait to see that fight happening. Sorry, I can't be there, man, but definitely looking forward to you guys banging it out. Sounded terrible. That was a bad way to say that, but Mr. Dude.
That was weird.
I'm going to go with the barbecue chicken pizza as well. Just sounded too good.
It does sound really good. Man, we'll see. I'm going to have to do just like a weird version of a Fight Camp pizza. Again, probably bake some cheese and then build a pepperoni pizza on top of it. Have a little arugula and then some balsamic glaze. We'll go bougie at the end there. All right. Well, I
think I'm
can't
gonna go back and clip the. I think I'm gonna go back and clip the part where you were talking about two dudes banging.
Nah, that's not what I said, and definitely not how I meant it. I know that it sounded terrible. Sorry. Anyway, on that note, I want you guys to have a great weekend. There's going to be, I don't believe any other stuff. I'm not doing a 4 p.m. today because it is Friday. I don't usually do that. I'm just going to go hang out with the fam. We are going to enjoy it. I hope you guys get a good chance to eat a little bit of Halloween candy, but try to not to eat it. We don't need that stuff. We don't need any of that stuff. Well, you can do whatever you want. I can't be eating it. So be my motivation. Send me pictures of pizza. Send me pictures of candy. Send me pictures of booze. Send me pictures of it all. I will live vicariously through you guys through the weekend. I love you all. Make sure if you are trading, watch the charts. I'm hoping for a little trip down again to the trend, but if we've broken out, maybe those days are numbered. So keep your eyes on it. Make yourself better. Be a good trader. We'll talk about some other stuff next week. Ciao for now.